Hello everyone, I am Wael and my article is going to talk about the discovery of HIV, which known as the human immunodeficiency virus, as the cause of AIDS. First, it mentioned the introduction and it said that the AIDS is caused by the HIV. HIV is a virus that has an RNA or the ribonucleic acid as its genetic material and totally converts to DNA inside the human cell. And then it's mentioned that the story began in an unfavorable environment during the late of the 17th. Many people thought that the epidemic disease caused by microbes, including viruses, no longer it's become a threat to the developed world. As a second part of the article, which is considered as a reference of the article, a brief history of the story behind the introduction of the AIDS disease to the world has been explained and mentioned. Also, in terms of medical perspective, the article is very useful to make the people understand and get the idea about the syndrome of AIDS. Also, the authors try to explain the general idea to the public about the mechanism involved in the spread of the virus inside the body. The main idea of the article talks about the experimental proofs that the HIV become a reason and cause the AIDS. The second part of this article, which is also considered as a relevant points, before we start this slide, we have to know the retroviruses. Indeed, it is a family of undeveloped viruses that replicate in a host cell through the process of reverse transcription. Actually, the rule of Interform is reversing the production of retroviruses, for example, in an mouse cell, which is explained and demonstrated in Paris and France. And that discovery led to the use of the anti-interferon serum in the search for the human retroviruses. Also, the finding regarding the T cell scientists suggest that an agent that exactly targeted the CD4, which is the cluster of differentiation for example, the T cell, and the HTLV, which is the human T cell lymphocytic virus, was one of such agent. Moreover, there were animal models in which lymphotopic retroviruses caused not only leukemia or lymphomas, but also AIDS, like wasting syndrome. To continue, in the early of the 19th, a clear-cut isolate was obtained, also in Paris, which, with the help of the interleukin-2 and interferon serum from cultured T cell, derived from a lymph node biopsy specimen from a patient with lymphnodopathy, a syndrome that was considered to be a precursor of AIDS. Also, this virus proved to be different from HTLV in terms of antigenicity and morphology, but it could be propagated only in fresh cultures of T cell and not in permanent T cell lines, which impeded its full characterization. The last slide of the article is talked about the mechanism of HIV infection in the human cell. The first step, as usual, is the viruses attacks to the cell, to the nucleic acid, DNA, or either the RNA. Then the viruses penetrate the cell membrane and inject the nucleic acid. After that, the viral nucleic acid replicate and spread using the host cellular machinery. The last step, as the normal cell, the new viral nucleic acid are packaged into the viral particles and released from the cell. In this case, the host cell may be destroyed in this process. Finally, thank you for listening, and we hope this presentation was useful for you.